It is. It's totally crazy story. Anyways.
I did not bring my gi top
Don't worry about it.
to keep myself out of trouble.
So here, while he's getting dressed, something that I think I did incorrectly for a while, and I'm not able to do it against him or this other guy that came in on Sunday night, is if you come in my open guard, you're going to use your good hand. You're standing up and you're trying to pass. What I'm not doing from your perspective is utilizing the knees or the hips, and I'm all immediately going for grips in there.
Yeah.
So I go for here. So if you can break the grip, if I get a grip, break the grip, and then you can start thinking of controlling the knees. Because what we're working on you is staying on your good arm and being mobile.
Yeah.
But if you put any weight or use a grip like no gi or gi on my hip, meaning if I start moving like this, you can get around my defense. You gotta get past it. You gotta address it.
Yeah.
I keep overreaching. And I do it to Scott too.
Like getting in there.
I get in, and then what Scott or this other guy does is they immediately pass this plane and they penetrate up to my hips. Where now I'm fighting like here and I'm stacked.
Yeah.
And I'm not creating enough space or enough distance to leverage that push-pull. So I either got to bail, shrimp, and from your perspective, I got to control the knees and get in. So I don't know if that's something we can work on because he's, and I'm just going to use you, what you were talking about, Scott. Sometimes you feel like there's some people at some levels, you're kind of just like owning them, and you're not trying to be a jerk about it, but he's like, because he doesn't realize what he's doing effectively, right?
Uh-huh.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to Tetris this shit together so I can get him out of my discomfort zone. You know what I mean? Because I was telling you your base and your structure, but then it's not the pressure. It's not that you're being a dick with stacking me. Your hips are passing my comfort threshold where I can no longer be effective here. And that's what I was thinking about while we were talking about it. I was like, yeah, I know what you mean. I feel ineffective, and I'm sure some people of lesser experience probably just feel like you're just dominating. Yeah. Or at least I'm kind of going, okay, I think I got to get ahead of this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch. You know what I feel like with Scott? If you're bodyboarding, body surfing, without a board, and you're trying to catch a wave, and I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but you're just not in the right moment. You're starting a little late, and you're swimming really hard to get in that fucking sweet spot.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like when I'm going against Scott.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm fighting to get to that sweet spot, and it's not fucking working. So the biggest thing I think he does is definitely gets his hips forward. He never leans with his head.
Yeah.
And effectively uses grips to get me going left and right. So,
Braveheart.
Huh?
Braveheart.
That's
Braveheart
Braveheart.
analogy.
Is it?
You know? Yeah, because that's going into the battle.
Yes, for sure.
And so many times we're,
Trying to avoid it.
and all we're doing is giving arms and giving legs,
Yeah.
away when we do that.
It's kind of what I tell my guys with defensive tactics when you're in law enforcement or self-defense. If I'm going to be 2 arms distance, I'm safe. If I'm within that range, I'm fucking driving. I got to get close. I got to make contact. I got to get an arm, get a body roll.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, we talk about in surfing, in order to like come and make a turn or do a maneuver, you actually have to compress and then extend. And then you compress and extend. If you go into a turn, like all standing up,
Yeah.
then you just fall back. So you have to like close the space to then take advantage of
It's like a
moving
spring.
away from the space.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing in jiu-jitsu. You've got to come in and be the one that's, like
Creating
the classic
pressure.
example is
Creating pressure.
what is it, when you're passing, when you're going like from the knee slice and you're coming here and you're passing and I come through, I'm already getting through and I'm here. I don't want to go straight to like a cross-face side control. I want to lock my hips back,
Okay.
closing space,
Uh-huh.
because then look, I just fall into it,
Gotcha.
right? Versus I'm here, and what do I have to do? I have to like open up in order to try to get here. So I have to like I have to race my knee to his hip in order to
You can just
maintain the side control.
which gives us time to
Versus,
get back.
He's connected the whole time.
I'm connected the whole time, and now my knee is here.
Yeah.
So I took away the space so that I can control him, right?
Yeah.
Versus, so I came in. So this is me coming into the battle, right?
Yeah.
Versus coming out here and then kind of like a big old quick Hail Mary kind of movement.
Which is enough time for him to go back in too.
Yeah, which is
Yes,
enough time for
iron
him to bring his
squirrel.
knee right through,
Yeah.
right? So the other one is like,
Constant pressure.
so conversely for him, he feels like he needs to kind of run away. So he hips out that way, right? And I'm here and I'm chasing him and he can never beat me. And this is what Tanner teaches. Come into it. Now I push it away, and then when he bridges, his weight's into me.
Yeah.
Versus you're going away and I catch you, I'm going away and I catch you. And you bridge, I'm not on you.
Yeah.
There's no bridge. Now when you're into me, when you're coming into me, now you bridge, you're actually pushing me away.
Yeah.
So, so when you get stuck here, right, and you're in this game, what are we normally doing? We're stuck here.
Yeah.
Versus, and I did this yesterday, where we just had, his leg was like this, and I just closed it. And it's like, that is completely shut down until he deals with it, which he can. He can get out of this easily. But until he does, and I'm here, that thing's over.
Yeah.
You know, and if I wanted to go here,
This has got nothing.
this is over, you know?
His hips are over my hips.
So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't even have to use my hands
Yeah.
to pass a guard, you know?
And that's what I was going to suggest. Do what he does right now. Don't use your hands.
Yeah.
Driving your hips to get closer and get your knees in position.
It's funny, I was thinking about you last night, and I was like, you know what? If you feel like you felt like your game was a little bit stuck, I was like, we should just go through that.
Well, yeah, and
Wherever you feel like that is, like let's unstick it.
well, the
you
last
know,
week I was trying to deconstruct it, and I'm like, okay, if I can't shoulder walk, then I have to get framed. So you're effectively preventing me from getting my heel on your hip. It's not you. It's I'm letting you get past to where I don't need you to be. I need to stop you before that.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable getting under people that don't understand that I'm going to start inverting or something into my old ass. They don't expect that. With you, you're like, okay, you can invert. My hips are going to be over your head. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I was trying to say, what are you doing that reinforces your proficiency, and how can you improve? Because you're like going against Tanner. You're thinking,
Yeah.
how can you get Tanner? We're all trying to get Tanner. That's
Right. Yeah. Well, and what I'm thinking about when I'm rolling with other people now that I roll with Tanner is what is he doing, kind of like what you're saying, that is so effective against me. He's constantly moving.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, he's just watching him yesterday. He's always just like, all right, okay, well, oh, all right, I'll go back. Oh, okay. Then he's inverted. He's rapping,
Yeah.
shifting.
Right.
Tag's like, push it. And he's just like, this is cool. Yeah. Oh, you want to choke me? Fine, go ahead. Yeah, we'll call it good.
Right. Right.
Yeah, he's
So-
a mover.
So I'm looking at that, and even yesterday when you're like, oh man, the pressure is like so. It's like, you know what I need to do if I'm going to get better? Let that go.
Let the pressure go.
Yeah, because it's like if I went to the same choke every time. So what?
Yeah.
Right? So what? You got the same choke again. Great. You're really good at that choke. Like, what happens if the game doesn't funnel into those sequences of movements? Then what are you gonna do? And so, like, if I have pressure as an asset, I need to now, like, okay, pressure, release the pressure, see how he moves, catch
Yeah.
something,
Oh,
add pressure, release the pressure, you know?
It's like a cat playing with a mouse. I gotcha. Oh, what are you gonna do now?
Kinda.
I do that with the Kimura, whereas I know I can get it on certain people, and on higher, and it's not even higher belts. On certain people, I can't really get a Kimura to get my hips out or to use it as an attack, but I'll fake the Kimura to get something else, or I'll just not do the Kimura to do something. So I was gonna say, once you get there, maybe if you disengage and just do a little fucking tornado pass.
Where?
Whatever position you're at when you're
Oh.
shooting at,
Yeah.
you're already there. You know, or you can. Cause you're. I mean, I don't know what you can do. With side control, you're doing fine. It's just.
I just think I just for me, you know, when you're like sinking into something, you feel like you got it,
Yeah.
and I think I just need to have like a 3-second rule, where it's like if I'm not like, then let go
Let it go.
and move on, you know, and see if something else is there, and I'm not there yet because I still want to finish things.
Yeah.
Right? You want to be proficient in what you have attempted,
Yeah.
and if you're not proficient in it, then you feel like, why would I move on?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a mix of both. Being willing, and it's also like, what am I really working on now? What am I really working on now is, you know, movement. So I don't care what I finish. I just want to move and be pesky.
Be more pesky. Be more.
Or you know what? I gotta work on, like with Tanner, he was like, dude, why don't you ever try to finish any of your sweeps? And I'm like, I don't know. I just fall asleep. You know? And he's like, yeah, you need to come up and sweep and get like, so now I'm like, okay, every time I do a move, I need to like, and that's what he does with us. Every time he does a move, he does it all the way through.
Yeah.
And we're almost like, okay, yeah, you sweat me, but like now you're on my back and now you're choking me. Like, do you want me to be defending here? Right? It's always this like ambiguous, are we done or are we going? Are we going?
Yeah.
You know, but he's always going from sweep to side control to mount to choke. And you're like, oh, I thought we were just drilling sweep, and then you just like took it to the next level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's annoying for us, but like in the same light, like that is a successful rep.
Yeah.
How many successful reps have I gotten going through the sequence? None. My reps are all fragmented.
Right.
From standing to sweep, standing to sweep, standing to sweep. Okay, sweep to this, sweep. So he just did a whole series of connected movements that were really pesky and annoying. And now he can actually transition to a whole nother series.
Right.
From back to mount and do it all over again. And now you're just like, wow, I'm totally lost. Because why? Because I'm in a one move
Totally
sequence.
lost. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So even just seeing that stuff all the way through and finishing it, yeah, maybe it's annoying, but it is a rep.
Yeah.
And that is how, I mean, if you watch a match and you watch somebody get submitted, and it's sort of like in a single sequence, that's how it happens, right? Like they're in this setup, and somebody comes out the back and takes the back, and the guy's flailing and and goes to rear naked and chokes them. That's a sequence of 3 or 4 moves.
Yeah.
How did he get that rep in? He didn't take 4 fragments and the synapse hit perfectly on all of them to connect. No, he's done that same thing 1,000 times to whoever he rolled with.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't thought about it that way. All these little segments, because I've been thinking all the little segments are that move.
Yeah.
So yours, you're not pressure pressing. You just, like you said, contact. What if you just disengage and just, like I said, throw my knees to the side?
Yeah.
That'll work for me easily.
Yeah.
It's something different.
Yeah, I need to.
Because we did there a lot. Like, and it's not that I'm worried about you getting on. I expect to be better than me. If I'm here, I'm always here. And as soon as I go to that daily Eva, right here, if you drop one of my knees or can break this contact, lift it up. And then now you're completely past. And that's what I was thinking. Like, why the fuck am I doing this? I'm leaving myself open right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know what you want to do here that you don't normally do. You know, because I know you go to side control, arm, back, whatever you want. It's all there for you.
Yeah. I think how I'm rolling, what I'm thinking about when we're all tangled up,
Yeah.
whatever you want. Like, I don't even really care what he does.
Yeah.
But, like, all I'm thinking about right now is, again, if this is here, I'm going to for sure shut that down. Right? This little lever.
Yeah.
Because if he pushes that against me and my knee's out, then it's like, it's active. So if I can shut that down, I will. And if I can take this off of here, right?
Exactly.
Then it's like, cool, there's nothing really,
I immediately go to this, which doesn't give me anything, because I'm not connected, I'm not really good.
I mean,
But you're just trying to move out.
Yeah.
so I'm not even really, I'm not thinking through knee slice, I gotta go this way, I gotta go that way. I'm just thinking through leaky bucket.
Yeah.
Shut that down, take that off. You know, he's gonna, you know, come through and come on to, maybe he'll come to these, what do you call this? Ashi. Yeah, and it's like, okay, like, that sucks. I'm just gonna take that off. So I start to unwind that a little bit.
I'll go to X-Guard. I'll try.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't, I don't know. I don't,
Stuff's my leg.
it's not that I don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like, I'm just gonna release
He's addressing all the concepts.
this. I'm gonna, you know, maybe I'll even like
Tell what you did, yeah.
do one of these,
Yeah.
right? And he's just like, whoa, don't do that. I don't know. But I'm just trying
You're
to,
still standing nice and tall too,
Yeah.
and you got your hips forward.
That's what I'm saying. He's like here. He's in total control.
oh yeah, the more I like stack this, you know, even if I come out the other end, it's like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is so effective. You just pass whenever you want.
So obviously I'm the lower experienced one here, but every time I've rolled with a brown belt, the thing that I notice is like, God, this pressure is immense. I'm like, I've like associated brown belt with like, you've reached the level of understanding pressure. There's like 3 of them. You, this guy that I would see on Sundays, 2 guys that I would see on
Cody?
Sundays.
The big guy.
Anthony,
Oh.
and then the big guy. I think he has bald hair, tattoos, super intense personality.
I think it's Cody, but I'm not sure. Scruffy.
I think so. I
Yeah,
can't
it might be
remember.
Cody. It doesn't matter.
But it's just this like, oh my God, okay,
So
all right.
Tam told me when I started here, because I play more of a flowy kind of like I want to go around kind of shit. Is that as a brown belt, I expect my brown belts to really get on top and work. You know, being on top and down it. You're too comfortable in your safe space. You gotta get yourself more of a fucking drive to get out from side control and get on top.
So that's kind of what it is. That's what it is. It's like you are now creating pressure.
Like I'm kind of innovating.
So now you gotta learn how to like be okay with not creating the pressure, I guess.
my
Create it,
advancement.
but then bust out.
Oh, he uses it, but also he can go somewhere else. He got way more opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing that Tanner talks about with me a lot that I'm noticing, so let's say like you have me in full side control and I'm done
You
here.
don't do the other shoulder.
No, it's fine. So like if I'm stuck here, there's certain ways where this gets worse for me, and there's certain places where this gets better.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if he's gonna mount me, right, then that's gonna get worse. So I can block here, or this hand's not doing anything, right? Not doing anything here. So I can come in and I can grab this leg, right, and hold on to that. And now his mount is done,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know. I can. Those are 2 options there. You know, we also learned that we can push ourselves out this way.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So as I'm here and I'm sort of stuck, like I might mess with this and see what he's gonna do. Actually, like there's actually like a little sweep I do from here, where I trap this and I just push this over, and if he doesn't roll on this, then he's gonna tap.
And I'm gonna wrist lock myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's actually like a cheeky little sweep from here. It doesn't work. Works maybe 25% of the time, but it's worth throwing. It gets them. It holds them off, you know. But I think what I'm doing is I know that my arm here. So if I'm talking about the center of the board, who's winning the center of the board right now? It's him. How would I reclaim the center of the board? Get this back under here, right? It's not exposed out here. And get it back under here. So that's like this is bad.
Gain more control.
This
of your
is
arm.
less bad, right? I'm in here nice and tight.
Yeah.
Can't do as much. This is bad. This is less bad. You know?
Yeah.
This is blocked. Okay, I can just sit here for a second and see what happens. And I think that's like one of the differences between a higher level belt and a lower level belt. Is a lower level belt will wind up sitting here and not being just comfortable
Yeah.
and waiting.
Right.
Because right now, as a bottom guy, you've already lost.
Yeah.
So what you're trying to do is keep it from getting worse.
Right.
Well,
Rather than.
I can't do anything from here unless I move.
Yeah.
So I have to move. I mean, I could just keep the match here, and if we're just doing points or whatever. But if I'm trying to exercise the highest degree of control over someone, and I don't advance my position, I'm sort of like giving up, you know? And if we're talking about offense, defense,
Yeah.
as long as I'm attacking, he has to address.
Yeah.
Once I stop attacking, now it's open to like who wants to be the initiator.
Yeah.
So if I'm here and I don't do anything, you shouldn't do anything.
Just be comfortable.
I mean, yeah, maybe get to the center of the board, you know, this elbow
Bring the elbows in.
under my elbow, you know,
Yeah.
maybe this elbow, this hand inside here, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's other things that I can do from here, but if I'm just here, there's nothing I can do. I have to now come here, right? If I want to choke, or I have to now come here. Okay, now I've moved. So now you would address it. But what happens is lower level belts are in a spot and they start doing crazy stuff,
Yeah.
right? And they start pushing. You know, you push. It's like
Throw.
that's gonna get taken.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
you like that's gonna get arm barred.
Yeah.
You
You're
know,
all
look
like,
at the
"Oh,
neck.
okay." Yeah.
It's like, you know, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna run around like, no, you're not. You know, you're gonna roll into me. It's like, so
Yeah.
that's what happens. People just start freaking out and start moving.
I'll tell you one thing I noticed that I watched my videos. I'm in side control. I'm trying to get my knee and elbow connected, and I had both feet up. And all of a sudden, I'm a turtle shell. Wherever he moves, I've got no resistance. So I scramble or whatever. I've got no base. They don't have a foot. If this foot's up, I'm not doing anything with this connection. I gotta have one foot here, or this here. So right here when he had me, I intentionally put both my feet up.
Yeah.
Because that's the wrong thing to do.
Right.
Even if I'm going away, I need to go away or run into him. But I need to make that foot
Have
contact.
that connection. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you ever thought of that, but I know that I watch you like, yeah, fucking push your foot down. But I can't say it in the middle of a roll because it'll fuck him up. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I gotta run away or I gotta run into him. That's one thing. I gotta tactically retreat the flank or if I can drive in and hope he goes over me. In some kind of.
You wanna be on top and just try to use pressure to
Sure. Like in
standing.
standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing the leg stuff.
Yeah. So see,
So
even
you're-
right now, like you see how your hip is back?
Yeah.
Push your hip forward into me. Yeah, there you go.
That. Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's kind of what Master Silvio was talking about too. Is like squeezing the glutes and getting your upper back more involved.
Yeah. So like if you're here and you thrust that up into me, yeah. Now look, you've taken this away.
Yeah.
This leg is, you can feel it. It just totally
Totally.
disengaged.
It's all loose now.
Yeah. Now can I move it and try to do something else? Of course. But in the meantime, you know, and now if you want to pass, right, you could, you know, just move this along into the front.
Yeah, and you're a bigger dude with longer legs. So
Yeah,
it's
so here you would, what do they call it, donkey kick? Or horse
Yeah.
kick or whatever. So if your hips are parallel, you're going to take one hip and kick that leg back.
okay.
Let me get the mic.
Okay, yeah, let me see. Well, that's so funny. I watch you guys.
So you're
go
here?
like, oh yeah, that looks easy.
So watch, he's just going to drive in and he's going to boom,
Oh
legs off.
yeah, okay.
right?
Yeah.
And that was kind of I mean, he just kind of moved his hips to have it off, But if you lift your right leg,
If I just go.
yeah, then
Oh,
then
right
it,
hand?
well, even if you just you're driving into me and then you just take it off, you know, just moving it back. Yeah, it's like it's gone. So here, over here, and it's in. Now if I just move that back, it's off. So
And if he's putting the pressure, then his leg's gonna.
yeah, so boom, or I can move here. So Tanner always gets me in. He always gets me right here, right? And he does this one,
Yeah.
right? And so the move for this is to break that hip off,
Okay.
or the foot off the hip, right? So, anyways, you're here. All you got to do is just kick this back, and it comes off.
Yeah.
But if I keep pressing into it, I keep
Instead of,
giving him the connection.
Trying to strong man yourself out is.
Yeah.
the way to
So
go.
here, I mean, and then look, I mean, you can just even here.
Yeah. So if you get yourself sideways like that, are you still trying? Do you then want to square your hips up against him to bring
I
your other
think-
leg in
I
play?
think what I need to do is I need to shoulder walk away and
Yeah.
get disengaged. I keep getting under him.
Yeah.
Well, and you also need a grip.
Yeah.
You need to, if you're on the bottom, you always gotta break. You gotta have a grip to break posture. You gotta have a leg. So you gotta have me here, or you gotta have a leg.
I'm trying to at least have this, but I'm usually losing
Yeah.
this connection.
So he pushes you over, your back is exposed.
Yeah, and if he's got this arm, I usually have to go this way.
He gives me just enough to
But I can,
move me.
you know. Anyways, I mean, you can go on mic maybe, and I'll like. But it's just a feel thing where you're like, I'm just gonna move. But see, you gotta get your hips. You gotta step under him, like.
That.
There you go.
I want you there.
Yeah, I gotta be cool with like my head up too, because I'm still doing this.
Yeah, and then just kind of drive that knee into that until you feel like that leg is disengaged.
We're
You know?
disengaged.
Yeah, and then you can move your knee just like you did, right down his thigh.
Okay. There it is. He's got the hook.
That feels a lot better. Because even you driving your shin, you're actively feeling where I'm trying to keep
Yeah, I
it.
can feel you moving.
Yeah, the other moves you have are like the leg windshield stuff. So that's like we're in here, right? And if he's always up like this, then cool, I can come in here. But you have this here too. So right now you're staying here. You're kind of
Yeah.
staying back and you're doing here.
Uh-huh.
Once you get here,
Okay.
this is going to help you close him down. Now you're here. Now you have the windshield.
Gotcha.
What do you have? Windshield, right? You know what they call this?
Yeah.
Right. So now you're here. Now look. I can come around to this side, and I can keep pushing into that.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So
Cool.
there you go.
Oops.
No, that's
That's the
good.
drill.
That's the what you're
Okay.
supposed to do.
So you're negating. Yeah. Now stay in there and just slow down. Yeah. Just feel that pressure, and feel where that wants to go. Mm-hmm. And then keep driving that knee. Keep driving it. Yeah.
And then it's over on this side.
Yeah.
Come in.
And put your weight on my ribs. It's not going to hurt me. It might hurt us.
I think that's one of my things
Your
still
shins.
too. Is I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. I don't want to.
Me doing knee on chest, I'm still like, I don't want to crush your chest, man.
Yeah,
But nobody else cares about crushing my chest.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So,
Just find a sweet spot where I'm carrying the weight.
yeah, want to be a good partner. But
So now I'm gonna do the Tanner. I'm just gonna start moving a little bit. So when you start moving here, I want you to think of if you start losing connection, hip thrust. Lead with your hips instead of your head. Right there.
gotcha.
That movement. that's where I feel like you're kind of still where I'm at. The head leads before the hips.
Yeah, I start doing this and trying to like.
It feels weird, but yeah. And then once you get there, look, your knee's already connected to my hamstring.
So once you glue to him, don't unglue.
Okay.
Disconnected to me.
That, yeah. Once you glue to him, you've got him.
So you got
So don't voluntarily unglue just to try to get, just keep pressuring into that
Okay.
and see where that goes
Don't
without,
move just for
without-
the sake of moving.
mm-mm.
So now, if you push
No,
your
you're trying to pass.
push your right hip forward, my foot's gonna go up. No, both hips. And keep this hip. There you go.
Gotcha.
So now, think of this knee. I want you to bring your heel to your ass. This foot.
Oh, okay.
Heel to ass.
And then come in.
Yeah, so the sequence of the drill would be go from unpassed to passed, and then you would release the pressure.
Okay.
So if we're here and we're rolling, and I'm in here, and I do one of these, and I go here, and then he does that, okay, and then I'm passed. That's when I would now release the pressure. But if I'm here, and I've gotten somewhere, and now he's going to bring this foot over. See, my pressure is still going to stay here. Now he's forcing me back. Fine. So I'm going to go with that. But once,
Even though he got the hook, you're still.
yeah, I'm here because,
You're not trying to get away from it. You're like, all right, that's cool.
yeah, I don't want to. If I've created him to be smashed,
Yeah.
I don't want to give that back.
Right.
It's like giving back a grip,
Yeah.
right? So it's silly, but if we're in closed guard and I work so hard to stand up, and then he goes and grabs my foot, and all I do is go, oh no, and I go right back down, and he closes guard.
What a waste of energy.
What a waste of everything.
Yeah.
So if I'm here and I've got him all smashed up, I don't want to come all the way back again.
Right.
Why would I do that?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe what I thought was going to be this way is going to be that way now, because he's under me and doing different things. But man, if I got him stacked, I'm leaving pressure here.
So this is where you're talking about just being, all right, I'm just gonna be comfortable.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
If you hear me talk, I'm straight.
take off like right now. I just want to take that off. Okay.
Yeah.
He wants to grab that. I don't care. I can look. I'm just gonna pressure into that.
Yeah.
How effective is your grip gonna be? I don't even need to grab this.
Awesome.
So your sequence of movement is once you sort of are in, don't retreat.
Yeah.
Let this, and unless you're going to move right away to something else that's going to reestablish this on the other side.
Right.
But you don't want to go backwards and start over. So you're
Yeah.
here until you feel like you can get this addressed.
Okay. So.
Try that again.
This is great opening my hips and working my core.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's what you need.
I'm not worried about it.
So pressure is on.
Yeah. Now you had your knee in. Yeah. Now work on that. Get the hip. Well, see, you just gave it away.
Oh.
You
Okay.
had your knee in.
So
So
knee
get rid
was
of that.
in.
Get rid of that foot on the hip on that side. Yeah, pressure
Got
there.
the hook. I still got the pressure though.
Put your.
There you go.
There you go. Good.
And then you did this and doubled up. Okay.
So once you feel like you make a connection with one of the knees, it seems like you can just teeter to the other one. So now once this foot's off your hip, thrust your hip up so my foot goes up on your hip. See that?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I did. I feel it. It's this whole like back to me, learn how to relax.
So remember you said my hips are up high, what can you do? Donkey kick.
Yeah, now leave that. Leave that there. Yeah,
I
you
backed
disengage
away.
that thing.
Backed away again.
Put
Right.
that foot under my cheek, under my next neck. Get this foot. There you go. Now see how you made that penetration step?
Oh, and now I'm even more pressure. Like
So-
this felt like
so you
that's
were
what I want,
connected.
but this
You were connected, now you're based.
gotcha.
Okay, that's the slight difference I'm feeling.
And it also took pressure off of this because you have more pressure here.
So let's work on that one. So I'm here, you donkey kick with that right leg, and then penetrate step right to here. That's gonna be your next move. So from here, donkey kick, penetrate step, you're already connected.
See towards the
And if you stay connected, drive this knee out like you said, driving, and now connect with this.
Yeah, I
leg.
saw him.
But
Awesome disaster.
we're just
But
talking
you don't
about
need to move that right knee.
ways that higher belts use
There you
pressure,
go. See what I'm saying? That you're still connected. Your hips are still under you,
Sort of.
under your head.
dominate the game, slow the game down, control the game.
So you see how you did that little hip switch, but you didn't lose break connection.
Yeah.
You
It's
just
just a
re-engaged this
rotation
one.
here.
There you go. You did
Using
like an
your
Elvis
legs
kind of.
and using
Yeah.
your positioning to
So
stack.
from here, I'm still moving
Connect
towards
this
the
one?
full pass
Connect
test.
this
So
one
would I go like
Go ahead
this?
and connect this one in. He's always connected.
Yeah.
He's not, okay, he's strong and structured really well, but he's not being, he's being efficient. He's using his connections and his position.
Yeah. Hips are at.
So just kind of like negating the limbs by pressure. Yeah, see how your left knee is like under, it's like almost taking away all the power in his right leg. You know, if you could push into that more, or even get your knee on the outside of him, right? The left knee. Yeah, then you've just like totally gotten rid of that leg.
Yeah.
With minimal effort. It's just position adjustment.
It's like a huge part of my game.
I felt it the other day when we were.
Yeah. So that book, The Immutable Laws of
It's not one way, it
Jiu-Jitsu,
might be the other.
What's it
talks
called?
about 21 immutable laws of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
It's a book?
Yeah, my old professor wrote it. And so a lot of it is all principle-based stuff, but this is, I mean, pressure is part of it, but this idea of like the Braveheart analogy of like going into the battle
Mm-hmm.
versus kind of like running from it.
Yeah,
You
trying to
can't
run around
fall
it.
over it.
But the idea is like if we're stuck and I'm out here and I'm like, oh no, and I'm, you know, trying to run away from versus like pressuring into the battle, you know, and then I'm stacking you and I'm making you make a cognizant adjustment to what I'm doing.
When I boxed, my coach had a rule. You can never step backwards.
This.
And I was like,
Yeah,
what?
boxing, right?
But it was a test. I was pretty good.
Yeah.
And when I used to talk to people after I was on or fight them,
They
they would always say, I couldn't. They were punching like this. I'm not shorter than they were, but I was sitting there moving in and out. And so I agree with the
I'm really-
never go backwards, just go forward. I mean, obviously you go backwards
Let's just
sometimes.
say,
but-
be like ineffective.
Who's your former professor?
Yeah.
His name's
You're
Paulo
gonna bring
Villabel.
weight over too
He's,
to make that big move.
So-
Front and second money. LA guy.
Did you meet him in Brazil or?
No, in Sacramento.
Oh yeah.
And he trained with Keegan Machado.
Ass. Oh man.
That's one of the, there's a list of people that I want to meet in jiu-jitsu and,
So I can't do this as well.
John Takakado is one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met Boiler Gracie when I was training in Texas.
Oh, cool.
We'll just
I,
practice it.
Boiler's always at all the tournaments.
Mhm.
He's always there.
Yeah, so he,
I'm horrible. man.
so the school that I used to train at, there was 3 schools I used to train at, they were all part of Gracie Mother.
This is where you're at.
So Boiler used to come and do
Yeah.
seminars and stuff like
Where
that,
were you in Texas?
like North Houston.
North Houston.
So I
It's
trained
still-
at
it's
Conroe,
still tough.
Huntsville, and
It's
then
the
there
same
was also,
principle,
I
but it's tough because you're in a different
Cumberland,
position.
but
Yeah.
I got this frame. Drive this hip into me.
but he used to come and do seminars and stuff like that.
That's the move.
Yeah.
That's it.
I got
I
to
can feel
go to
that.
the seminars
So,
and then, the
It's
second seminar I
definitely
went to,
easier
my
from
professor
butterfly, that's why I had
he
to
was like, oh, I should do that.
But I felt
So like
if
I
you
wanted
drive
to shook his hand, I was like,
Yeah.
hey,
It's this that made it easier.
Yeah, and I was like, I know my name, but
Still
the professor
tough,
would talk to me.
and now you're penetrating your foot a
So
little
like,
bit.
we sat
I
down and
like
talked
that it's
for like
there
2-3 minutes.
instead of way back.
And
Now,
Yeah.
the third time
Now
he
you
came
can
in,
scoot
under my
it
hip.
pretty easily.
I wanted to try
You're
it.
already, you're
The
not
boiler stopped doing
doing
five.
anything
He got
different
hurt
than
a couple years ago
posting
doing
your
five,
foot
especially
closer
with
to
white
my
belts and
hamstring.
blue belts. So
Now
he
your
usually
shins
does
already
5 to 2
control
minutes
my
white
hips.
belts.
Yeah. And
So
I
he
feel
told
less
Andy, our
pressure on
professor,
this
that he
too.
was
If I double down on this, it does nothing for me.
And then
If
I
you
know
open
that
up that
I
way,
got
think of
full
that
weight
path,
for
you're
it.
gonna fall into
But
my clothes guard.
I told
That's
Andy, how boiler used to want
get thrust up,
Yeah.
and get my foot out.
Well, yeah, I almost had a problem with the toilet. And
That would be cool.
You don't have to move that way.
Oh yeah.
And Hoyler actually bought this out to his school.
Keep this here.
And I can't remember where it is, somewhere in California.
And you're
And
If
in
you
that
use your
position
hands,
that
all
he
gonna
does a
go.
lot, where he's like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
both feet are
Yeah.
underneath.
And if you get your hands, all you gotta do is keep my shin down. I don't know if this is gonna help you break down what you do, but that is.
What is it?
I don't know if this is helping you break down what you do.
I think
It's helping me.
it's helpful to hear
Yeah.
how
yeah.
it feels, what it feels like, and you know that you feel like it's negated. Because even Tanner will come under, and Tanner references as like one of the best parts of my game.
No, it's good, yeah.
Is just the way that I've used my weight, which is just something I've learned from my guy, which was because I was here a lot and getting stuck here, or if you, I'd be here like doing this.
Yeah.
Right?
I do that a lot.
And-
when I'm
and-
tough,
and it's
just
like-
trying to throw the legs.
Yeah,
out of the way real quick.
and so I'm fighting arms with legs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose,
Yeah.
you know. And what am I doing back here? I'm like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
So he was just the one that was just like,
Yeah, Tanner does too.
he does this, and you're just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm done. You know, I'm stuck. So, I mean, here,
Especially since
this is, go ahead and grab here, grab under it, you know, going here, so leg drag from there is a great one, right? Even if he's more bundled up here, it's just, you know, just eventually he's getting smacked. So,
You're collapsed.
but
So you do
none
the-
of that,
you do the
so,
hip move first,
but if
and
we're
then you
here-
grab his leg.
but if we're here and he's attached, and
Yeah.
I'm like this, I can't leg drag.
Right.
Right? I can't get he's got me. But if I'm here, right?
He's got.
Even if he wants to grab on, and I'm here,
Yeah, my grips are fucking.
Then now
Right.
he's the one that's crunching.
yeah, I mean,
I don't even grip
you
that
can't hold
hard.
on.
Yeah.
So now what's the you know, what's the threat? I'm
That's
here,
some
okay,
sun.
he goes to my ankles and wants to do, okay.
The dummy sweep thing.
You know, just keep
And that's the counter, just driving these.
driving in, I'm already here. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you were showing me that because I kept getting dummy sweep. You're like, just bring your knees in.
If you have trouble around, just bring one knee into the brother. Because now you can
How you feel?
Yeah. This has been super helpful.
I don't actually fall.
Almost a blessing in disguise.
If I go here, and then you know what I'm gonna do.
Just the one. Or
What are you
just
doing
above.
in Hawaii?
But
Hips up though. Hips up. I think that's where our hips up. Okay, hips up.
if you get caught a little late, you'll fall on your
How long were you going for?
All right. if I
Well, also, I mean,
fall-
I was also, you're here, me, I'm also, I mean, even if you don't want to use your arms, but just,
Okay.
you know, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, I moved my, you know, I was here, and I moved my,
Yeah.
so what, I just
Still got
blocked
it.
him, you know?
I got his ankles, that does nothing for him.
Cool.
I'm just being a horrible whore.
Gotta try that.
Bronzeado!
Got me. It's coming. Like. But I got my knee.
Yeah, like this, your hands, yeah, there you go. See how much easier that was?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other like, the other just thing I'll throw out is when you are getting up and they do have this leg, you know, and they go to trap that leg and they've got it really strong. It's just like, so what? You know, like, I mean, that's a lot of, like, you're standing up, right? And as soon as you get up, it's like, bam, he's got that leg. It's like, okay, so what? Like, you can have that leg. You know, a lot of people start like, oh no, he's got my leg. Yeah, if I'm here and he's got my leg, that's a problem. But as soon as I'm up, if I'm knee out, toe out, hold on to that.
What made you guys choose
Yeah,
Hawaii?
well, I mean, and then hip in,
Yeah.
hold on to it for as long as you want.
Okay.
You know?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just moving. I'm not affecting anything right now. Just getting in the fall, but I'm not getting to a better position.
Yeah.
He's staying on his
Still
legs.
getting crushed.
So it's just, you know, people will grab that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy on top is like, oh no.
That's
And it's like,
what we were drilling.
grab it. Grab it all day.
Right now, he's doing nice two steps. His base can squat down.
Yeah.
He felt because he was not
You want to get like a little roll so you get sweat, or
You guys should roll.
you want to hang? What do you want to do?
No,
I mean, does that make sense?
it's knowledgeable, but
I don't wanna.
Thanks,
have to do
dudes.
all the work.
Yeah.
They're gonna
I
have to
really
do
appreciate
most
it.
of
Yeah.
the demo
It's
of
almost like a
most of
blessing.
this, so if they
It's
ever
happened.
delay it.
It's like,
I think they'll get a better product if that's the case, but granted, if there's a bunch
Well,
of
what you're doing is
that's gonna make the
your
selection
control.
first.
You're trying to increase your amount of control over them. That's
Yeah.
jujitsu, right? Exercise dominance or control over the opponent. So you've exercised control. There's no reason to let it go.
yeah,
You know, your inside control. You don't just roll your back.
yeah.
You just work so hard to get it. So you're here, make them address it. You know, and then after you've passed,
let's get started.
sure,
Yeah.
then you can back off.
Yeah.
You know, so don't just like
Morning, after that.
no. It's like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's you watch skillful guys move.